Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, we're back here working on the Knuckleduster. I got a new camera I'm playing with, and you're gonna kind of see how this works. But I've got a list of things to do, like bleeding the brakes. I need to mount the tack better. Just little stuff. It's a bunch of little stuff that really, if I was to take a whole weekend, I'd get it done. So that's why you haven't seen a whole lot of videos on the car because it's a bunch of little stuff that who really wants to see it? In the rear end back here, I've got my leaf springs are on shackles, and I'm in the top hole of the shackle, and they're either straight or in a little bit. I'm thinking if I go farther down, it's going to push that out farther to where my suspension will actually work right. And it's also when I go down in the shackle, I go down a hole in the shackle, it's going to raise the pinion angle a little bit. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I go down in the shackle, pinion angle is going to come up. So I need to figure and science all that out as best as possible. I mean, it's not like it's a fast car, but I still want to have that all as close as possible. It's also, it might, I'm not sure, but it might raise it up a little higher in the back. And I'm kind of worried about that because I got a lot of rake and I really want to get rid of some of the rake. So I still may bring this, adjust these torsion bars up maybe another inch, maybe half inch to start and maybe another inch. I got some new wheels. I've got actual skinnies on the front of it now. So I've got bigs and skinnies. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I'm going to do, or what have I done that I haven't shown. I think maybe here. Let's take a look at the inside here. All right. I did go a little bit wild with the wiring this time. I'm not sure if I showed this already, but I'll show it again. I was having ground issues, I think. So now I have ground strap running way back to the battery, big, thick. I bought this box. It's got a cover on it. I have this ground strap going to the back of the engine. And then over here, I've got a chassis ground going to the block. I also have a chassis ground off of the battery. Then I ran my hot wire up here, running all my hots instead of stacking them up on the starter solenoid. I went ahead and put this in, and I got this wire running to the. I even put the starter solenoid in its own box, so it's going to be covered. So it's going to have these 3 boxes with covers on them. Not real sure if I like it, but for this year it'll be fine. I'm wanting to get this. It's December 20th now, 21st, something like that. And yeah, it's just about Christmas time. And I'm wanting to get this car ready by spring. I want this car to be ready long before spring because I've still got, timing issues and carburetor adjustment issues. And I may buy a set of VRSs for it, which is what I really want. But, we'll see how money goes because I ended up getting a couple other projects. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to put all this in boxes. But I'm thinking for later on, I want to move all of these boxes and all the wires inside the car somewhere, which don't look good in here right now. And have just a whole, what do you call it? Like an electrical box, including my trunk stuff. All the stuff I have in the trunk except for the battery. So I just want to have an electrical box, one big electrical box where if I have electrical problems, I open up that box and I can trace it all out from there. And I may put it in the floorboard over there. I may put it behind the seat. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah. And let's see. I know I did a video on my new master cylinder. There's the new master cylinder. Man, shiny chrome stuff just gets fingerprints. Oh, like you wouldn't believe. Should have just bought the black one. But I've got the brake lines run now. All the brake lines are run. So I have going from the master cylinder to the proportioning valve, which has a switch on the front, a pressure switch. So that's what I'm going to run my brake lights. So I'm going to have brake lights and headlights on this car, at least. I may not have blinkers, but I'm going to have brake lights and headlights. And you know, my front brakes go here, and then up, and into here. Or actually, no. How does that work? Oh no, I've got. No, wait. Do I have this stuff backwards? No. Okay. Where do you go? Okay, this brake line goes way under here. I can't remember how I did it. I did it so long ago. Brake line goes under here, up over to here, into the line lock, which I don't have hooked up yet, and then out of the line lock and into the distribution block, and then I've got one going to each wheel. Then I've got this brake line going into the proportioning valve, and then this has the adjustable rear brake, and that running back. I have all those lines done now. So it's just a matter of bleeding the brakes, making sure everything's good. I've replaced the wheel cylinders are new on the back. Calipers new on the front. I have a problem with the brake hoses. It's there's like a metal piece on the end of this brake hose that sticks way up, and when I go to full lock, it's stretching the brake hose. So I was ordering some for the van that's outside, and I saw that those had less of a metal piece. Let's see what we got going on here. They're the same length, but have less of a metal piece. Here, this metal piece. So I'm thinking that these might be the ones for the car, and the ones with the bigger metal piece, because everything goes up higher on the van, will be the ones for the van. I think. We're going to find out. You know, I'm no expert, okay? And then I've got, I don't know if I showed anybody, but I have the hood. I'm getting the hood pins in. We'll have to find a way to put hood pins back here, which might end up me cutting a hole right here in the front, being able to get in and hold the nut for the bottom of the hood pins, maybe. But that would be a pain in the ass over there. Well, no, it wouldn't be that bad. Or I was going to weld the pieces in right here. But then I was thinking if I welded, just had a piece hanging out, it'd be real floppy. And I didn't want to weld it here because this is the fender. And this fender is really, you can't really see it in the video. Maybe you can. This fender's got all kinds of dings and dents. And I plan on putting a whole fiberglass front clip on this car anyway. Later. So I don't want to be able to not take the fender off or have to cut welds to take the fender off. Let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to change was, and yeah, if anybody has comments on any of the changes I'm making, I'm trying to not do big stuff, but I've got an oil pressure gauge here, which is cool, volts and water. I want to change this volt gauge to a fuel pressure gauge, so I can see what fuel pressure is coming out of the pump all the time right here. And then the volts would go into what I want to put in the dash down here, which will be another later expensive, something I don't need but want. Because that's the whole thing about this car, Anybody who has a project, unless you're doing a full concourse restoration, it's not about what you need, it's about what you want. I don't need big tires that stick out, 4 inches from the fender well. But damn it, I wanted them. Oh yeah, something else I got. Oh, there's my hood scoop. I'm pretty sure I've shown that in a video or two. We'll show what that looks like on the car when it comes to that time. But I bought a big old battery, and like I said, I redid the wires here. I bought a bigger battery. Can't remember, it's 1,000 cranking amp or some crap. The other one I had was junk. It was this little bastard over here. Oh, there's my little Mr. Heater. Need to do a 1-year review on that. That thing is still cranking out. Can you hear me all right? I just walked past the turbo heater. I had this little cheap battery from Walmart, this EverStart, and this thing just did not have the power to turn the engine over and keep at least 12 volts going to the MSD box. Oh, you're looking at my trash can there. But that little bastard did not have the power for all that. The other thing I would like to do this year, I have to get headers too, because these headers are junk. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with headers yet. I've got headers on the wall, but I don't think I'm going to use any of those. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with headers yet. I may just buy another set of cheap headers. I think Jegs has a ceramic coated set for like $300. But once I do the headers and have them right, I want these side pipes to be functional. And the other thing is, I have a set of brand new chrome side pipes. These were used and I painted them. Got a brand new set of chrome ones over on the other side. Because I always thought this car would look cool, flat black, which it's dirty as hell. Flat black with all the chrome trim, the chrome sport mirrors, which I still have to find. That's going to be an indie thing. Flat black and chrome. Because you got guys who murder cars out and take away all the chrome, all the shiny stuff. I want to leave the shiny stuff on. I think this car will look good like that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. There's my list. Woo! And then, okay, so yeah, that's pretty much where this car's at. This car is still in limbo, but it's going to be in limbo for a while. I got its drag lights for the front. Has anybody used drag lights on the street? I want to know how bad, how dangerous. I don't think they're dangerous, but I don't think they would handle potholes well. Yeah, I still need to vacuum this thing out. My roof is leaking. It's getting winter time. Get a little bit of snow up there and the roof starts leaking once it warms up. But then I got these bad boys. And these are the ones I want to use on this car. 15, 14 drag lights, just like those, except I think these have a bit more dish to them. I think there's less backspace. And I'll be able to measure that all out because I'm going to be taking the back tires off of this to bleed the brakes, just make it easier. So when I pull those off, I'm going to measure the backspace, but I just really think, I know these are 1514s. I know those are 1514s. These just look like they're deeper dish. But I've got a friend next door that does aluminum wheel polishing. I'm going to have him shine these up. But yeah, that's what's going to go on the back of this guy. Need to do a whole video on this car. Yeah, I'll probably do that pretty soon, even in its current state. And then it's dark outside, but I got, and I'm sure if you've watched Jed Scott's videos, And probably the video before this, because I'm not sure when I'm going to put this video out in the orders. Hell, I may edit this thing tonight and put it out tomorrow. But my van is here. And my van is going to be my tow rig, sleeping quarters, boogie van, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do with that. And yeah, I'll be doing some video on that. It's sitting outside now. I mean, it runs and moves. That's what all these other brake parts are for. I've got a, hold on. I have a master cylinder here. New master cylinder. Like I said, the brake hoses. New wheel cylinders for the van. I've got enough stuff to do brake line. Oh, I also have a transmission filter for this, and this stud kit I got from Cope. Oh, never mind. Not used this camera yet, guys. Because I'm going to change the bolts in the pan to studs. I've got one of them. I've got an aluminum pan on there, and it's thicker. And I think that the bolts aren't going in deep enough. I've got a couple that feel stripped out, but I just think they're not going deep enough. And anyway, I'm going to change it all over to studs and nuts. And that way I can lock these in with Loctite. Make sure they're all good, be able to tighten them up good so I don't have any leaks. Right now I've got a transmission leak that I don't like. I don't want to leak oil on the track. That's my one major thing. So yeah, we're gonna up. Okay. So yeah, I kind of like this new camera. I'm getting used to it. The one thing that is cool about it is the face tracking. I'm going to be doing more lives from the shop now that I have this camera, because this camera can be used as a webcam. And like I said, I really enjoy it. Seems like I can walk over here. Ooh, not touching the camera. Nobody else is here. Oh, it's following me around like a little alien. But anyway, yeah, I should bust out my other camera one day and show this one. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the Duster, pretty much what's going on with everything. Wait until I got a good long break at Christmas. I've got a good long break at New Year's. The weather's supposed to be awesome. It's supposed to be like 73 degrees here on Christmas Day, which is crazy. But yeah, so I should be making a bunch of content now that I have this, because it can follow me around. Won't have to sit there and hold the camera. But yeah, so let's see. What do I always say? Like, share, subscribe. If not, I don't give a